But I will say that I think that it's just a matter of time before this team becomes really strong and a tier 1 contender. So maybe it's this one. I feel like they have looked better here than they have in the last few weeks. So I'm hopeful for Na'Vi.
Yeah, I'm excited to see, because yesterday they went 2-1, so they've had their 3-game day. So here on out, it's only 2 teams that are preparing for every day. And a part of me wonders, does that help them when you're coming up against such a big name like Tundra and one other team? Now you have more time, you have more emphasis, and maybe this is where it's going to be the prep could be a little bit easier when you only have one other team to prepare for in a day with best of ones.
Yeah, I think you absolutely need to do your research against a team like this that have, they have sort of drafting tendencies. We've seen them, like you said, they've been picking the carry a lot earlier. And when people, purists first picking this Ursa, or really early picking Ursa, you should actually counter this here. We talked about Enigma yesterday, and people just passing it up, Venos, Vipers, all kinds of random stuff people could theoretically pick against Ursa. They're not taking it. So to me, if you're Na'Vi, you want to look at, okay, if they're going to first pick this carry hero, we need to put him in the ground and not give this guy a free game despite him being first picked.
Well, then the question is, are the hero pools deep enough for all of these plays? Because they're very fresh, they're very new when it comes to competitive. And so that is my question is, yes, you might have a lot of pubs on it, but are you to the point where it's going to fit into a draft and you're still actually comfortable enough to bring it out on stage?
I think it's a little bit of both, right? It's like, could you say, I think the Venom offlane, the Enigma offlane, the Viper, all these type of heroes offlane are just not that good right now. That's one thing. And then second is like people also being able to play them at a high enough level that they feel really confident to win the game. So I think it's a bit of both. And that's probably also why Tundra are able to pick the Ursa early on. It's just, they don't really care. Like, go ahead, play your Enigma. We're going to counter it later with some black hole counter, and then we're just going to outscale this Enigma. Or Venomancer for that matter, right? We're going to get BKBs, we're going to get Octarine Core on Ursa later on. He won't care. He's going to be in rage constantly. I think they just don't care about the counters, honestly. So I agree. I think you should look to shut down these early pick carries, but it's easier said than done.
Yeah, it's also like Na'Vi, their hero pool is maybe even a bit too deep, where like when you scroll through, you've got just every draft has a different style. Where one guy's, what, I want to try playing this hero, or I want to try this concept, or we see a certain hero, like let's try and counter it. They are trying to do this like dynamic drafting of see a problem, solve the problem during the draft. And against Tundra, you can't be solving it during the draft. Your prep has to be like perfect, because one wrong ban, suddenly Ursa's in the pool, then 33's getting information. So this, I think, anytime I see a best one against Tundra, it's more on the coach and like the captain, the drafter, and all on them to make sure your prep is good. Good prep, you can beat Tundra.
Does that like sit with the idea of CY that you have, Quinn? Like the CY that you know and that you've played with? Or is that like, oh, maybe he's changed a little bit since joining Na'Vi and now he's bending a bit more to the players to have this deep hero pool?
Yeah, I think CY is someone who values like good prep a lot. I think he wants to go into a series with a clear idea about what the other team wants, about what they value. And I think that's what a lot of the best drafting teams do, is they think about what do you want? What makes your draft tick? You can hear from Spirit, right? Trying to ban heroes and players out, put people out of their comfort zone. I think that is what you want. And I think against a team like Tundra, that's what you want too.